Everybody's muted. Okay, good. All right. Sit up tall. And let's start right away with a little bit of movement in the upper back and upper chest. So inhaling, lifting the high heart space up. Exhaling, tucking the chin a little, drawing the chin back, drawing the heart space back. Inhale, high heart rises. Exhale, tuck the chin, draw the heart space back. Allow the upper part, the sensation to be in the upper part of the back as the shoulder blades separate. Inhale, high heart up. Exhale, press the heart space back. Slight tuck of the chin. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, heart space back. Inhale, forward and up. Exhale, back. So with your hands on your knees, as you press the heart space, the high heart forward and up, you can actually be pressing with your palms or your wrists into your knees, flexing your lats here, flexing some of these muscles along the side ribs. Exhale, back. Inhale, up. Exhale, back. One more. Inhale, up. Stay here for your exhale. Feel that? Feel how the mid-back wants to sink down towards the ground. See if you can get this to drop down. Now, inhale into your back body. Rolling the shoulders over, creating space in the upper back for the breath. Maybe even a slightly more tuck of the chin here. Exhale, forward and up. You can drop the shoulder blades down the back. Feel some engagement in this area above the kidneys. Inhale, back. Big breath into the back body. You can draw the kidney space back further. You can hold on to your shins and really draw yourself open in the back body. Then forward and up. Big exhale, squeezing the back muscles, engaging strength in the back body. Inhale, press the body back. Stay here for an exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. One more. Big inhale. Exhale back to neutral. All right. Let's come on up to standing and get the hips and torso moving. Hands to hips, reasonably wide, reasonably deep. And let's make some figure eights. Now for right now, as we start getting mobility in this part of the body, feel around for warmth before you feel around for a deep stretch. Part of this for me becomes a little bit dance-like in not just in movement, but in intention, right? In order for me to feel warmth here, I want to feel, the music helps me, I guess is what I'm saying, to find a gliding movement where I'm engaged, but not forcing. And what's the value of that? It allows me to feel a little bit more in terms of degrees of freedom in the range of movement, right? I feel like I'm able to combine more of the different components of movement when I try to feel it musically or aesthetically, let's say. Now again, you can take a look at your feet and decide, do you want your toes pointed slightly out, slightly in, or parallel? And notice how that affects the sensation in the lower leg. You know, I'm a big fan of applying a little bit of healthy stress to the outside of the ankles and the outsides of the knees. Part of that comes from a long history of having ankle injuries and weak ankles, and I don't like being in a place where I don't know where my edges are. And having done this now for a while in various forms, my ankles have gotten a lot stronger just by knowing where my edges are and flexing, applying a little bit of energy at the edge. Okay, now we're warmer here. Let's maybe make some bigger movements, see if we can find some stretch edges. Notice the direction your knees are going, the direction of the circles that they're making. And change directions. And here again, you can start with a little bit more dance-like aesthetic and then move into more stretch, or you can drop right into the stretch, whichever is going to work for you. Any place that feels weak, vulnerable, not smooth is an opportunity to revisit. Look for asymmetries in your movement and consciously choose to investigate why that is. Lai Chi and Arvind, thanks for coming. Barbara, Bina, Patricia, Rose, Kim, Joyce, and Randy, thank you for being here. It's cool that I get to, I don't know why this is cool, but it's cool. Let's take big wide circles with the hips. You know, I think part of it is actually I get to see your names associated with your faces and stuff, so it's actually easier for me to make the connection in my head. Oh, that's who that is. So it's kind of fun. All right, let's change directions. All right, so I think we've got some warmth and space in the hips now. Let's do a little bit of band warming. All right, so when I say articulate all the fingers, all the joints in the fingers, it really is like bend them all, roll them in. And flexing the muscles of the forearm is part of this, right? By articulating all the joints in the fingers, you get to flex and roll through the muscles in the forearm. And then rolling the wrist as well flexes even more of the forearm muscles. And then as we start to get more of the elbow movement involved, you can really roll the arms over. And you see how the forearm actually gets a really big turn here. And let's change directions. Now, for me, it feels very different. The roll in the forearm feels very different in this direction. It doesn't feel as, I don't feel as confident here, let's say. So, of course, all the more reason to visit it more meticulously, more mindfully. All right, let's get the shoulders involved. Now, as we work the shoulders, crossing the elbows in front if you can, what are you doing with your back and your tail? Right? You know, we can just focus on the shoulders, and that's fine. But as you get into the movement, as you find your way into a kind of comfortable assessment of your range, right? You're not hurting yourself. You're not overextending or overtaxing the shoulder joint. You can begin to add more of the core, extending the back, and flexing the back. I know this is weird to say that this is extension and this is flexion of the back, but those are the anatomical terms. You can just mentally think of standing cat-cow here. Even though the focus is mostly on the shoulders, there's opportunity to flex the core. Let's change directions. A couple more. And release. All right, shake it out a little bit. And let's find our Tadasana. Big toes together. Outsides of the feet parallel with the long edge. Lift the toes, spread them wide, Pada Bandha. Grab the mat with the toes, the roots of the toes, the outsides of the feet, and the heels. Just settle into that sensation here for a moment. Feel the outer perimeter. Consciously feel the outer perimeter grabbing down. Feel the arches rise. Rotate the thighs in. How does that change the sensation in the feet? When you rotate the thighs in, the weight drops into the outside of the heels, but something else is happening along the front platform of the foot here. A little bit more energy, perhaps, in holding you up. Okay, let's add the counter, drop the tailbone down, engage the glutes, press the hips forward. Mula Bandha, muscles of the pelvic floor in and up. Remember to recycle the energy in your Mula Bandha. You got to keep that fresh. Navel to the spine. Flatten the small of the back, long through the core. Shoulders up, back, and down, palms forward, engage the entire back of the arm. Feel your triceps. I mean, I talk about the forearm, the forearm and the back of the wrist and the fingers, but the triceps are also part of this, right? So let's make sure the whole thing is engaged all the way down to the fingertips. Lengthen the back of the neck, chin up, back, slightly down. Feel this. Breathe deep. What's it like to breathe deep in this full energized Tadasana? You can even start to feel some fatigue, perhaps in the kidney space here, with the navel drawn in and the core lengthened, right? This band here starts to get some work. Just standing here. Breathe into the kidneys here. What's it like to breathe? Okay, inhale, arms up, keep all this energy in the body. Palms together, press, exhale, hands to the heart. Palms forward, engage the entire back of the arm. Inhale up. Palms together, press, squeeze, exhale, hands to the heart. Palms down, engage the entire back of the arm, inhale up. Press the palms together, exhale, hands to the heart. Palms down, engage, inhale, arms up. Palms facing for the exhale. Inhale, reach back. Stay here for your exhale. Now might be the time to start engaging a little bit of muscle, tucking the tail, engaging the low belly. Inhale, chest rises. Exhale. Keep trying to lift this chest, the heart space, the ribs towards the sky. Inhale. Straighten the arms, long through the shoulder girdle. Keep drawing the breath in. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Keep drawing the breath in. Keep the breath open at the top. Keep drawing the breath in. Reach long through the front body, long through the back, even though we're reaching back. In. Palms forward, flat back, hinge at the hips, forward fold. Relax a little bit here, just for a couple of breaths. Notice where the breath wants to go easily. Feed the body, nurture the sensations of the body with the breath. Head is heavy, neck is long. A little traction in the back of the neck. We'll come back here later. All right, inhale, halfway up, flat back. You can take your hands to your thighs to create a nice flat line through the back. Remember, lift the tail, lift the chest. We're not cranking the head up, we're drawing the chin in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, strong back. Hands on the thighs, no hands or hands out to the sides to engage the upper back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, strong back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up, strong back. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat, back to plank. Find your plank. Strong in your plank. Straight line from ankle to shoulders. Maybe a little tuck at the tail, a little length in the upper chest. Feel it. External rotation of the upper arms, chaturanga. Weight forward into the hands, elbows stay in for up dog. You can take your knees, touch your knees down if you need to, if that feels right. Flattening the back feet if you like. Draw the chest forward a little bit. Draw the chin in a little bit. Tuck the tail a little bit, pressing the pubic bone down towards the floor. Engage the glutes a touch. Feel into this. Big inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Press your chest towards your toes. Walk your dog a little bit. We should feel pretty open here. Walk your dog and let that feel good. Okay, we're going to do our runner's lunge, balance, and horizontal torso tonight. So take your right leg straight up, bend the knee, bring the foot forward between the hands. Rock back and forth, find balance and grounding in your back foot. Hug your thigh, so just so you register where your weight is. Arms out to the sides. Hinge up from the hips. Bend the back knee, bring the pelvis to vertical. Okay, focusing now on the sensation that's going to arise in the back leg. Inhale, arms up, reaching back right? You're going to start to feel this stretch from the mid-thigh through the hip into the belly. Tuck the tail down here so you can reach back even further. Engage the core. Exhale. Bring the torso parallel with the floor. So there's balance and strength in here. Core control. Inhale up and back. Tucking the tail. Letting that back knee bend. Feeling the core engage as you try to draw your pubic bone to the sky. Exhale back to parallel. Inhale back. Press down into the foot. Tuck the tail. Keep the low back firm. Pubic bone rises. Exhale forward parallel with the mat. One more. Inhale back. Tuck the tail. Reach. Stay here. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Zero momentum. Hands come down to the mat. Back to plank. Feel your plank. Straight line from ankle to shoulders. Breathe deep. Nice firm plank. Inhale. External rotation of the upper arms. Exhale, chaturanga. Elbows stay in as you come down. Inhale to upward dog. Draw the chest forward. Maybe tuck the tail just a little bit. Engage the glutes. Chest forward, chin back. Inhale. Exhale, tuck the chin, lift the hips, downward dog. Press your chest towards your toes. Lift your tail. Take a nice deep breath. Okay, left leg straight up. Feel that three-legged dog. Bend the knee. Bring the foot forward between the hands. Zero momentum if you can. Hug the thigh. Feel grounding in your back foot. Arms out to the sides. Press down into your front foot. Hinge up from the hips. Bend the back knee. Bring the pelvis to vertical. Okay. Now, there's a little bit of opportunity here to attend to the squaring of the hips, right? Even just a little bit of square is going to affect this hip flexor stretch pretty profoundly. So see if you can find squareness in your hips. That'll tell you where your real edges are. Inhale, arms up. Now, as you reach back, start to tuck the tail. Feel that additional engagement of the hip flexor. Engaging the low back and the belly, trying to tilt the pubic bone towards the sky. Exhale forward, parallel to the ground. Inhale up. Tuck the tail, lift the pubic bone, keep the low back firm, feel the core as you reach back. Exhale, parallel to the ground. Inhale up. Tuck the tail, reach back. Stay here for your exhale. Feel this core engaged here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Zero momentum. Hands to the mat. And back to plank. Breathe into your plank. Nice straight line from ankle to shoulders. Lengthen through the upper chest, if you got it. Where's the breath going here? Hang with me for just another few breaths here in plank. Breathe deep. All right, last one. Inhale. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward dog. Chest forward, chin in, shoulders back and down. Inhale. Exhale. Open up the front body with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Tuck the chin, lift the hips. Exhale, downward dog. Okay. Settle yourself into your down dog. Find repose here. This is about as soft as we're going to get right now. So breathe big. Breathe into the side ribs. Okay. Ready? We're going to bend the elbows. External rotation of the upper arms. Bend the elbows. See if you can bring your body down to forearm plank dolphin. Well, dolphin. Let's call it dolphin. Now, here we're going to work pressing the chest towards the toes into your shoulder joint resistance. Now, you know the rule here, right? We're not going to bully the body into this resistance. We're going to hang out at the edge. See if we can soften our way in here. Try to keep the forearms mostly parallel with the long edge of the mat. It's likely that your palms are a little closer together than your elbows. That's okay. For most of us, working into this area of the shoulders, this is pretty tender terrain. And we want to manage the load here very wisely. If you can lift your tail here a little bit, great. Okay, now we're going to come to forearm plank. So walk your feet back, let your hips drift down. Forearm plank. How does this feel different than regular plank? It's harder. Manage the alignment of the small of your back here. A little bit of length through the upper chest if you can find some. Big inhale. Lift the hips, exhale, find yourself back into dolphin. Maybe you walk your toes in a little bit here. If your shoulder joints allow it, pressing your chest a little bit towards your toes. Feeling into your edge. Don't press too deep here. The shoulders need time to adjust to this posture with this kind of load. Notice where the exertion is in your shoulders as you hang out at your edge. See, here's the thing. If you press yourself, if you bully yourself into your resistance here, you're not going to feel the right fatigue. We want to feel the muscles that are fatiguing without complicating things by overstressing the connective tissue, because that's how we're going to build strength here. Okay, walk the feet back to forearm plank. It's interesting how forearm plank feels a little bit like ease, relatively speaking, because the shoulder joints are doing less work. The small muscles in the shoulders are doing less work here. It's all more big muscle stuff. Okay, press the hips up, dolphin. Walk the feet in a little bit to the edge of your resistance as you start to press your chest towards your toes into the shoulder joint resistance, just the front edge. See if you can find the muscles that are fatiguing in the shoulders and the forearms. Maybe it's even all the way down into your palms. Breathe into those sensations. Better to breathe into the fatiguing muscles than into overtaxed resistance. So stay away from overtaxing your resistance. Stay in your fatigued edge of your strength. Okay, back down to forearm plank. See if you can find ease here. I know that sounds ridiculous, even to me. Let's breathe. Okay, one more time up to Dolphin. Now, press your chest towards your toes. If you have it in your practice, press down into both palms, lift both elbows at the same time to come into downward dog. If that doesn't work for you, one elbow at a time is fine. Find repose in your down dog. External rotation of the upper arms to protect the shoulder joint. Squeeze the palms in a little bit. All right, take the knees to the mat wide for child's pose. And as you drop your belly in between your thighs, notice the sensation in your shoulders. See if you can relax the shoulder girdle across the upper back. And let all that warmth that we just created saturate your shoulder girdle and your shoulder joint. Hard work in there. We got to do it mindfully. Everything we do in this practice, in this class, because we're working this hard, we have to do very mindfully. All right, go ahead and press the body up. Let's do something that's a little easier. We'll do our roll downs. Okay, sit up nice and tall. Full Dandasana, right? So we're lengthening through the core just as we did in Tadasana. Take a deep breath. Tuck the tail under, feel the low belly. Start to drift the top of the pelvis backwards. Your arms can be forward so that the weight is forwards. Bring the crease to the navel, then to the upper belly. Then as you come to the edge of your pelvis, crunch at the solar plexus to bring the small of your back to the mat with zero momentum. Heart space comes down. Shoulders come down, and head comes down. Relax, take a breath. Hands on the thighs, reaching towards the knees, lift the head. Lift the shoulders. Lift the heart space. Take a breath in here. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Lift the small of the back. Then roll onto the pelvis and begin to engage the low back to straighten and lengthen the core. Come back to Dandasana. Take a breath in your Dandasana. Tuck the tail under. Engage the low belly. Tap, make sure they're engaged. One good sure way to make sure they're engaged is to tap on them. Bring the crease to the navel. Then to the upper belly. Crunching at the solar plexus, bring the small of the back down to the mat, zero momentum. Heart space down, shoulders down, head down. Relax. Big breath. Okay, hands to the thighs, lift the head, look at your toes. What muscles just engaged? Go ahead and bring your head back down to the mat. See what muscles relax. And then lift your head, look at your toes again. Feel those muscles engage. And head back down. Lift the head, look at the toes. Feel those muscles. Head back down. Lift the head, look at your toes. Now you're going to stay here. The head is going to keep looking at the toes no matter what else we do. Shoulders up. Feel those muscles. Shoulders down. You're still looking at your toes. Keep your eyes on your toes. Shoulders up. Shoulders down. Shoulders up. Feel them. What are those muscles? Shoulders down. Big inhale. Shoulders up. Heart space up. Heart space down. Heart space up. Heart space down. What are those muscles? Heart space up. Heart space down. Heart space up, heart space down. Take a nice big breath in. Here we go. Heart space up, small of the back up, small of the back down, small of the back up, small of the back down. What are those specific muscles? Small of the back up, small of the back down, small of the back up, small of the back down. Big inhale. Small of the back up. Onto the pelvis. Stay with me. Back off the pelvis. Onto the pelvis. Off the pelvis. Onto the pelvis. Off the pelvis. Onto the pelvis. And all the way up. How'd we do? Come on, Joyce, I want to see you smile. Woo, okay. All right. Come to tabletop. Take one foot out to the side, then the other. Supported squat. Right on schedule. Just hang here for a minute or for a few breaths. I have to be careful of saying words like minute when I don't really mean 60 seconds. See if you can sink your weight down a little bit into your supported squat. A little twist here. We're going to come back here in a minute, or in a few songs, I should say, a little bit later. All right, press down into your feet, hands free. Now, we're going to squat down and lift up, straighten the legs. So this is not just the silk reeling, this is a squat with a silk reel. Okay? Up, down, up, down. Okay. You can use the music if you want. Breathe deep. So make this a row with your shoulders and a squat with your legs. This is a little bit different movement than what we're going to do next. Because this one involves hinging at the hips and bending through the knees. So we bring the torso parallel with the ground here. And press the hips forward when you come up. Use the music if it works for you. Press the hips forward at the top. Let's take a break. I want a break. You guys can keep going. Rock from side to side. Bounce. Should be feeling some heat in those thighs. All right, let's go back at it. Okay, here we go. We're on the dock. We're on the ship. Unloading. Across and up. Right? Pull that hand all the way to the side hip. Both hands. Pull it up the sides of the torso. A little less hinging over at the hips. More vertical. See, the last song we were hinging all the way down, pressing the hips back. Here we're just drawing up the side ribs. Opposite sides. Together. Try to draw those wrists up the side ribs. Opposite sides. Pull, 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 pull. Feel that in the arms, in the upper back, the back of the shoulder. Both at the same time. Stay right here. Pull up a little higher. Okay, and release. Dance party. You can jog in place, kick the heels up. You can kick the feet out in front. You can add a twist. You can just do the twist. If you do the twist, see how far into your twist you can go with strength. I always get cramps in my sides, my abdominal obliques when I do this. So then I switch back to party dance. Take your arms up overhead if you want a little bit more. Hold them up. This really gets your heart working. Oh. Oh. Phew. All right, take a break. Easy horse. Catch your breath. Maybe you rock the hips side to side a little. And as we catch the breath, just take a little water break if you need it. We're going to come down to supported squat and do some twists. Come on in. Now, the nice thing about supported squat is that you can breathe, you can hollow out the belly, you can press the breath into the back body. You can really catch your breath here. Using the inhale to lift the back body, settling in with your exhale to feel a little stretch in those muscles that we just heated up. And again, quads, the hips and glutes can be pretty relaxed here. Let yourself sink. I don't know about you, but I feel like I can go way deeper in my stretch here. Let's rock a little bit side to side here. Feeling into the edge at the groins. All right, one more each side, then we're going to come back to neutral and do our owls. All right, come into neutral. Drop the left shoulder down, look over your right shoulder, big inhale. Exhale back to neutral. Inhale, drop the right shoulder, look left. Big inhale. Exhale to neutral. Where's the breath going here? Twist, inhale. Exhale to neutral. Follow the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, deep twist. Exhale. Inhale, twist. Exhale. Now go ahead and take an inhale to the left. Stay here for your exhale. Inhale again. Exhale. One more inhale here. Exhale to neutral. Inhale, twist right. Exhale, deepen. Inhale again. Exhale. Where's the breath go? Inhale. Exhale back to neutral. All right. Whew. Sink down. Bring your hands down to the mat. Straighten the legs, wide-legged forward fold. Rock the hips left and right. Really getting that chance to now to start our cool down, relax phase. Bend your left knee. Drift your left forearm down close to the mat. Feel into that long stretch. Come back to neutral. Bend the right knee, drift way down. Forearm comes down to the mat or close. And back to neutral. To the left. And back to neutral. And to the right. And back to neutral. Shimmy your hips left and right, just a little bit to see where you are. See where I am here. Okay. Okay, let's walk the hands to the left. One left hand behind, right hand in front, rock back and forth. Feel into that healthy stretch in the outside of the ankle. With the toes pointed slightly in, you're going to get more sensation in the outside of the leg. Or maybe a little bit more in the hamstring as well. Offering your head towards your knee. And one more breath here. And then walk the hands back to the midline. Shimmy your hips left and right just to feel it. And then walk your hands to the right. Left hand in front, right hand behind. Rocking forwards and backwards. Feel that healthy stress on the outside of the ankle, maybe along the outside of the shin, the back of the knee, up into the hamstrings. Offer your head towards your knee. And one more big inhale here. And walk the hands back to neutral. Okay, let's see. Okay, bring the knees to the mat, come to tabletop. And we're going to come into plank. Now we're going to come into plank because we're going to do our gait and wild thing stretch. So come into plank, ground the left knee, kick the left knee out as a kickstand, ground the right heel. Press your body up. Okay, now recalling that when we bring the body up, the hips want to press forward, right? This is an important part of keeping that alignment. Right, the torso's aligned with the leg, and the hips are all part of that same alignment. Okay, arms out to the sides. Translate the shoulders first, right? Not a tilt, just a translation, right? That's going to create length in this side body without collapsing this side body, right? You should already start to feel maybe a stretch from the top of the hip to the bottom of the ribs here. Take the arm down and take your left arm up, reaching straight up. Now, did your hips drift back? Press them forward again. Reaching straight up. Feel that stretch along the side belly. Now, with the palm facing the extended leg, reach the arm over. Now, at some point, your shoulder geometry is going to stop you. Keep the chest open, right? Even this little bit of movement here in the arm can cause the chest to close. Press the chest open as you reach that arm overhead. The shoulder can turn a little bit, but the chest stays open. Breathe into the side ribs now. Chest stays open, hips are pressed forward. Looking up will help. Big inhale. Look down. Now, before we go anywhere, remember that the mission here is to feel the stretch move. So as you take that arm further over, let the left shoulder drift down. Feel this stretch move from the side body into the back body as you come down. And as your hand makes landfall either on your shin or on the floor, square your shoulders. Offer your head to your knee. Where's this stretch occurring now? Top of the foot, hamstring behind the knee, in the back. Take another breath in. And exhale, walk the hands back to the midline. Press the body up. Remember, hips come forward. All right, not back here, up here. Take your left hand to the mat. Now, as you take your left hand to the mat, there's a tendency to drop the hips back. I want you to try to drop the hips forward instead. Okay? Okay, with the hips forward, take the arm up. Now, because you got this kickstand in place here, press down into this lower leg so that you can lean back. So there's engagement in the hip flexor on the bent knee side to hold you up. And then decide where you want this arm, what stretch you want to experience here. This is your wild thing. Breathe deep. Open up the front body. Big inhales. All right, one more big inhale. Look down. Bring the arm down. Square the shoulders. Square the hips. Back to plank. Breathe. Press the hips up into downward dog. Press your chest towards your toes. Breathe deep. Okay, bring the body forward to plank. Ground the right knee. Rotate the right leg out for your kickstand. Ground the left heel. Press your body up for gate. Arms out to the sides. Feel into your translation of your shoulders here. Translate the shoulders toward the extended leg. Where are the hips? Press them forward. Take the hand down to the shin or the knee. Other arm goes straight up. Feel that stretch. Keep the hips pressing forward. Chest is open here. Like, open that chest up. Turn the palm towards the extended leg. Breathe into the side belly and the side ribs, and then take the arm slowly over. So you feel the transformation in the sensation of the stretch in the side body. Breathe into your side ribs with the chest open. Look up. That'll help. Keep the hip pressed forward. Breathe into this stretch. Okay, look down. Remember, we want to feel the sensation move. Go ahead and start to reach the arm. Feel the shoulder drop. Feel the stretch move from the side body into the back body. And as the hand makes landfall, square the shoulders. Offer your head down towards your knee. Breathe. Where's that stretch? Okay, walk the hands back to the midline. Press the body up. Hips forward. Right hand comes down to the mat. Left arm straight up. Remember to press the hips forward. Okay, you got that kickstand back there? Press down into that kickstand so you can reach back, lean back. Chest is open. Decide where you want that arm. Breathe into this front body stretch. One more big inhale. Look down, take the arm overhead. And then rotate the shoulders down. Square the shoulders. Square the hips. Bring in the kickstand. And back to plank. Press the hips up into downward dog. Find repose in your down dog. Breathe deep into your back body here. And take the knees down to the mat. All right. Phew. I can't believe it's only been an hour. Seems like this class is going really slowly. Yeah, we're about 10 minutes ahead. So that should give us some solace that if we want to do more core work, we still have time. I don't want to do any more either. I'm really cooked. All right, let's. Can we try fire log? Let's stack the left leg on top of the right lower leg. This is going to give us a big external rotation at the hips. Now, where we can find more sensation here is by lengthening the front body a little bit. Lifting the tail. Just breathe into this sensation. Even if you don't have your legs perfectly, squared and stacked, it's okay. Just see if you can find this sensation in the outer low glutes. Well, it's even in the high glutes here for me. A little bit in the hip flexors. Let your breath nurture your body here. Another couple of breaths here on this side. And then use your hands to help move your legs. We're going to switch. So now the other leg comes on top. Settle your sits bones into the mat. Draw your chest and belly a little bit forward. And then relax this stuff. Let's let this all go. Few more breaths here. All right, use the hands to release the legs. Let's see, where are we? Yeah, okay. If you got a block, everybody got a block? Let's do a supported bridge here. Where's my block? Okay. Sorry for my untimely exit. Let's roll down onto your back. Oh, yeah. Whew. Oh. Press the hips up. Block underneath the pelvis and sacrum. Oh. And just surrender here. Now, we've done enough work for a couple of nights. This was a hard workout. Allow your body to start. I mean, this even here, like, feel the energy of your practice soaking into your tissues, just like we do in Savasana, and we will. Where can you consciously choose to relax? See if you've got some tension hiding in the deep glutes or in the adductors, the groins. See if you can relax there. If it feels good to you to allow the soles of your feet to come together and drop your knees out to the side in your supported bridge, you can let that happen. Another couple of breaths here. All right, last inhale here. Use your hands to draw your knees in a little bit. And then press your hips up, remove the block. Come on down onto the mat. And let's come into our supine twist. So extend your left leg along the mat, right leg straight up. Left hand to the outside of the knee, the outside of the calf, or on the big toe, or on a strap. Roll down onto your left hip. Reach away, look away. Feel into this supine twist. Let yourself soften into this twist. Feel the breath changing the shape of the body. Right shoulder rising on your inhale. Softening the twist, deepening on your exhale. This twisting and untwisting of the body is an essential component of the value of this posture. So use the breath. What happens if you press the breath a little bit more gently, but a little bit more directly, more focused into the kidneys? Couple more inhales here. Long and luxurious. Last one. Big inhale. And bend the knee. Come onto your back. Hug the knee in. Hug both knees in. Extend your right leg long on the mat. Left leg goes up. Right hand to the outside of the knee, outside of the calf, on the big toe or on a strap. Roll down onto your right hip. Look away and reach away. Breathe deep. Couple more breaths. Use the breath to create the twist. All right, last inhale here. Bend the knee. Come onto your back. Hug the knee in. Hug both knees in. Okay, we're going to come up into a seat in a second. Let's massage the hips, pelvis, and sacrum here. Right, so this usually involves not drawing the knees quite so close to the chest to get the lower part of the back body. And now go ahead and rock forward and backwards just enough so that you can roll yourself up to your seat. Let's find our forward fold. Now, let's start with the knees bent. Pretty generously bent and hinging at the hips, so bring the belly in contact with the thighs. And if you can, right, and wrap your arms around here so you're really hinged at the hips and you can really feel this angle as nice and tight. And then walk your hips, your sits bones back a little at a time, adding straightening energy to the legs, keeping the fold in place until you reach your resistance. Now that resistance might arise in your hamstrings, it might arise in your low back, or in your sacrum, wherever it arises, and just hang out there. Now, I'm going to keep going because my resistance is a little further down, but don't feel obligated to go further. Keep the belly in contact with the thighs and find where that resistance arises and let that be the important part of this moment. Wherever that is, gently, right? We're always paying attention to just the right level of engagement. Mindfully offering the body an opportunity to experience something and validate that it's actually a good experience. And let the body call the shots. If it's the body says no, back off a little. So you can add a little straightening energy to your legs. You can start to tuck your chin here. Let yourself soften into this forward fold.
choosing just the right amount of gravity to allow to soak and penetrate into this posture. And then drawing your breath in to create the deeper, more fine-tuned sensation of the stretch. Where you tuck your chin, towards the throat, towards the heart, towards the belly. What stretch do you want to feel tonight? Using the breath to nurture the sensations in the body. A couple more breaths here. Can you bring the breath to the kidneys? Can you bring it to the space behind the heart? To the base of the neck, perhaps. One more inhale. And walk your hands towards your hips. We were in this forward fold for a while, so use your arms to press your body up. Don't engage those back muscles until you're almost all the way up. Roll down onto your back. Knees in the air. Just hang out here for a breath or two. Feel your body sinking down into the mat. Roll your knees to the left and then to the right, feeling the belly twist here. To the left and to the right. One more time, left. And one more time to the right. And then happy baby. Grab your feet. Pull down on your feet. See if so we could play around here with pressing the small of the back into the mat or the pelvis, the sacrum. Can you soften through your inner thighs? Can you melt your way down a little bit into this stretch? And then take your legs along on the mat for Savasana. Feet slightly wider than hip width apart, ankles and thighs soft and relaxed. We earned it tonight, guys. Soft through the thighs, soft through the ankles. Slight tuck of the chin to create length in the back of the neck. Flattening the shoulder blades onto the mat. Palms up, elbows slightly bent. Feeling the energy of your practice shimmering over your skin and soaking, swirling through your body tissues. Letting yourself sink down from the top down, forehead and brow, eyelids and eyes.
can you feel the weight of your nose and actually let the nose sink down? The weight of your cheeks and chin, your ears. With each exhale, feeling yourself settling and sinking down. Your lips, your jaw, all along the sides of your neck. Tops of your shoulders, your collarbones. Upper arms, your elbows, forearms, wrists, and hands be like clay, just sinking. Soft through the back of your neck, down into your upper back, your shoulders, your shoulder blades, front and back ribs, even your heart sinking down. Upper belly, kidneys. Hips, low belly, thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and feet. The whole low body melting down, sinking. Each exhale, softening a little more. One last controlled inhale, long and luxurious. And release everything into stillness. Just another minute here. Bring your awareness back to your breath. Feel the coolness of the breath entering into your body through your nose, through your sinuses. Take that coolness down the back of your throat, along the front aspect of your spine, past your heart space, through your belly, all the way down to your root. A cool breeze through a narrow tunnel, all the way down. Wiggle your fingers and toes, flex your wrists and ankles. Take the arms up overhead, reach, make fists. Squeeze the fists, bend the fists in, stretch the back of your wrists, the back of your forearms, feel that stretch. Engage triceps and shoulders with a gentle squeeze. Chest and back with a squeeze. Belly, squeeze. Hips, glutes, and thighs, squeeze. Calves and feet, squeeze. Reach, big inhale. Exhale, release. Roll onto your left side. Onto your left side. Draw your knees up into a gentle fetal position for just a breath or two. Mountain meadow breath. Soft of your back and belly is the meadow. And the breath is the breeze that fills it. Boundless, nurturing, open breath. And when you're ready, keeping your belly soft, press down with your right hand right in front and your left, and use your arms to walk yourself up to a comfortable seat. We'll close our practice. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to the heart. 2 more. Inhale, arms up. Activate the fingers, reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. Last one, keep drawing the breath in even after you're full. Arms up. Reach back, lift the chest, open the side ribs. Keep drawing the breath in, hold the breath open at the top. Exhale, hands to the heart. Let's take our hands to our forehead as a reminder to practice the power of kind thoughts. And to our lips as a reminder to practice the power of kind words. To our hearts as a reminder to practice kind intention, kind action. And for this glorious spring evening in this magnificent part of the world, such interesting times with such treasured company, and for this precious practice, I am truly grateful. Namaste.